So he like, if you don't leave, I'm gonna call security. You gonna call security on who? You gonna call security on who? So you know what the next thing out of my mouth was? Fuck you and security.
Baby, this is what you came for. Lightning strikes every time she moves. And everybody's watching her, but she's looking at you.
What's up, guys? I'm back, and I was sick, so I haven't been making any videos. I've been a little on the DMX side for like a week or two, so I couldn't make any videos, and I felt really sucky about it. And now that I'm back with a bang, and I'm giving y'all a crazy ass story, so y'all better be ready to listen to this hot shit I'm about to spit to y'all. Basically what happened is, I was with this guy. He was like kind of like my kryptonite because he was my first love, and I never been in love before, so I didn't know really how to behave. And before we got together as a couple, we knew each other for like maybe 4 years prior to that, and I had a crush on him. So the fact that we got together and he was a like huge crush of mine, I was on his body, which I shouldn't have, but I was on his body. I didn't know how to behave. It was just ridiculous. But we just gonna call him Franco. That's what we're gonna call him. We're gonna call him Franco. So Franco, me and Franco was together for 2.5 years. And during that 2.5 years, we had a lot of ups and downs, like regular couples, normal couples do. And it was just crazy, like, but most of the times we had were good times. Not for nothing. I went through a lot of stress with him, but most of the times we had were good times. We laughed, we joked. We were very compatible. He was just, he was who he was. But at the time, I had just moved out of Franco's house, and we were living with his mom and his siblings. So it was a really weird situation, or whatever the case may be. But I felt like that took a toll on our relationship. And I'll probably get into that in another story time. But it took a toll on our relationship, the fact that we weren't living together anymore. So, one day, we were on the phone, like we were usually on the phone every night, like, regular boyfriend and girlfriend. We were on the phone, and I had work the next day. So I told him, I was like, when I get off work, I'm coming over. So he like, all right, cool, whatever the case may be. I get off work a little bit early, and I go and I knock on the door. So I see somebody open the peephole, and the peephole closed back. So nobody opens the door after that. I don't hear no locks. I don't hear nothing turning to let me in, nothing. So I'm like, whoa, what's going on? Like, don't play with me. So the bitch in me, the black bitch in me, start boom, 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 boom. So his nephew comes and opens the door. So I'm like, hey, where's your uncle or whatever? I'm like, So he's stepping aside to let me in. Because, like I said, I used to live there. And he knows that I'm his girlfriend. And he was letting me in. So as I'm coming in, the way the apartment was set up, there was like a 3-floor kind of like duplex in his apartment. And he lived in Taino Towers. And anybody who knows me and knows us knows exactly what I'm talking about. I really don't care. Shade or no shade. But anyway, he lived in Taino Towers. And inside of Taino Towers, there's the apartments are made kind of like duplexes, depending on like the size of bedrooms and how many bedrooms you have. So his mom had a 6-bedroom apartment. So there was 3 bedrooms on the bottom. You had the middle floor which is the living room and the dining area and the kitchen, and then on the top floor you had 3 bedrooms as well. And the apartment had 2 bathrooms, one on the lower floor and one on the upper floor. So he's coming running down the floor because his bedroom was on the top tier. He comes running down the stairs. He like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? So I'm like, what are you talking about? So I'm like, I said that I was going to be here yesterday, but at the moment, I'm not really thinking. I'm like, why is he acting like this? Because I'm just so happy to see my boyfriend. It's been a long day at work. I want to see my man. I want to cuddle, chill, watch TV, do whatever, right? So he's like, my mother wants you. My mother wants you. You ain't see her outside? So I said, no. I'm like, how would your mother even know I was coming if I only told you I was coming, unless you told her? So the more I'm standing here, the more I'm thinking, like, what is going on? Like, so it clicks in my head as I'm standing in his dining room area by the steps. It clicks in my head, and I'm seeing like this panic worry on his face, and I'm like, there's a bitch in here. I'm like, there's a bitch in here. So I'm such a rowdy chick, but like I said, this was at the end of our relationship. Like, this was close to being the brink of our relationship. Anyway, I felt that we were gonna break up soon, but I was holding on to hope that we would be together forever because he's my first love, and I loved him, and I'm pretty sure he loved me. So I was like, I'm holding on to whatever I can. We've been together this long. Why can't we go any further? Everybody loved us as a couple. Like, it was just, we had a cute thing going on. And that's the thing. I feel like it was too cute, and we were too young to have such a serious relationship. But anyway, because at the time I was 19. I was 19 at the time. And he was 19 going on 20. But I just was standing there like, really? Really? I'm like, there's a... So I didn't say nothing. So I was like, you know what? This situation could turn so ugly. I know myself. And I've been through too much with this nigga to let him get me out of character. So I'm like, let me just walk away. So I'm walking away. And he got the nerve to grab me. Why are you grabbing me? I said, didn't you just say your mother wanted me outside? Why are you grabbing me? Get off of me. Get off of me. So he like, nah, what's wrong with you? And all this other stuff. I can see you got an attitude. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Like, literally taking my arm and like grabbing my whole body like this. And I'm like, Franco, stop touching me right now before I get crazy. I'm like, stop touching me, my nigga. I'm dead serious. Stop touching me. He's like, no, because you acting crazy. And now he came around. Now we're in the hallway of the apartment building, and it was just crazy. It was so loud. So I'm like, yo, don't touch it. Like, I'm just trying my best to leave the situation because I know how crazy I can get. Like, crazy I can get. So he won't let me go. So he at my face, he's spitting, like, he's angry. I'm like, how are you mad at me? So once I start realizing he had the balls to be angry about something, a bitch went crazy. I went crazy. I went fucking fool. Do you understand what I'm saying? I went fool. Yeah, nigga, you think I'm fucking stupid? You think I'm fucking stupid? So he like, what are you talking about? I'm like, there's a fucking bitch in here. You got me fucked up. You got me fucked. Yo, so I'm going crazy. I'm going literally crazy, right? So I just start yelling out all our business. I ain't care at the end of the day. Because now I'm heated to the point where now you got me out here looking stupid. There's a bitch in your apartment right now. I'm not going to take this out on her because this don't got nothing to do with her. You in a relationship. You have an obligation to this relationship. You have to be faithful to this relationship. Not her. Not her. She may or may not know about me, but that's between y'all. You was the man in the relationship. You were the one who stepped out the relationship, so you're the one I'm mad at. I'm not going to storm up steps like these bitches doing movies looking stupid. Why are you and me in bed? Bitch, ask him. I'm not going to ask her that. That's not my place. So I thought logically about this situation, but I had to go Hulk mode on him. Because he was really like spitting and pushing me like, yo, what's wrong with you? You always acting crazy. You always got a fucking attitude. Girl. Woo. Yo. So now I'm at the point where I'm so upset that I'm screaming so loud that there's nothing coming out. Literally nothing coming out. My voice was so hoarse, like I just couldn't take it. It was ridiculous. Like I was screaming at him. He was just standing there staring at me or whatever. So he told his nephew, he was like, get in the house, get in the house. He closed the door. Meanwhile, while me and him is arguing, somebody's trying to get out the apartment. He like, see, you got my nephew scared. I said, nah. Let that bitch out. Let that bitch out. She want to leave, let her leave. Because if she come out here asking me questions, she's going to get punched in her face. So let her out. Let her out. So I'm just like, yo, this whole situation is blowing my mind. So he like, if you don't leave, I'm going to call security. You going to call security on who? You going to call security on who? So you know what the next thing out of my mouth was? Fuck you and security. How about that? How about that? How about that? fuck you and security. Fuck you, that bitch that's in there, your family, because they know about it. I'm like, fuck all of y'all. All of y'all. How about that? I'm like, call security. Now I want you to call security. Call security. Call security, because what are they going to do? They're going to escort me out the building? They're going to call the cops? Let them. I don't care. It was just ridiculous. Like, that whole situation was crazy. So he's sitting there, and the whole time I'm so irate, I'm not realizing my pants are falling. And my pants fell, like, down to my ankles. Like, literally down to my ankles. He's like, yo, fix your pants. I'm like, fuck you and my pants. Fuck you. Fuck you. I was going crazy. I'm like, you can't read, you can't write, you can't spell, you can't keep a job to save your life. I take care of you, your fucking weed habit. Fuck you and everybody in there. Yo, I went off. I'm sorry. When I'm mad, when you take me to that level of being upset, like, it's, I can't really, I can control what I say, but the balls of you to be mad at me at the fact that it clicked in my head that you got a bitch in your apartment right now. Like, you mad at me at the fact that I figured it out and that I'm not stupid. How you mad at me for not being dumb? You like the fact that I was smart, so now that I'm being smart, you don't like it? Like, get the fuck up out of here. So, long story short, I'm walking outside or whatever. I'm crying. I'm hysterical. I'm like, you know what? At this point, I don't want to argue with you no more. The neighbors was coming out their apartment to come look and see what was going on. And once they seen what was going on, they was like, oh, they closed the door back like, we good. We don't want no parts of that. That bitch is mad. She's angry. Like, when I tell you, I felt like I was yelling and nothing was coming out. I was just stripping my throat, like, screaming, but nothing was coming out. It was ridiculous. Like, that's how irate I was. I was irate. Do you understand what I'm telling you? I was irate. And this is just part one to a continuing story that continued to maybe about a few months ago. But I'm going to keep that shade to myself until I do a part two. But continuing on with the story. So, I get downstairs and I go into the phone store. So something just clicks in my head. Something's like, yo, call his cell phone to see if he pick up. So I go into the cell phone store and one of his friends is in the cell phone store. So I'm like, see, this is embarrassing. This is not the shit that I want to deal with. Like, no. So I go into the cell phone store and I'm like, I'm not going to use my number to call him because he's not going to pick up. Let me use another number. So I asked this person behind the clerk desk at the cell phone store. I'm like, yo, let me borrow your phone, please, or whatever. So his friend visibly sees me irate, but his friend is his best friend's oldest brother. So he's like, yo, what's going on? So I'm gonna name him, he don't really have no relevance to the story, but I'm gonna name him Chico. So Chico was like, yo, what's wrong? Like, what's going on or whatever? I'm like, nothing. Your friend is just full of shit. I can't take it no more. Like, I'm tired, crying, hysterical. So the store clerk gives me their landline, and I call the number and he picks up. So I was like, yo, Franco, I can't believe you did this to me. I hate you and all this other shit. And he's like, nobody's in here. Nobody's in here. I swear to God, nobody's here. You just was going crazy for nothing. You call me all types of bitch ass niggas and fuck me. And I can't read, I can't write. And that's why I ain't go to the NFL because I'm a failure. You came for me. So I'm like, fuck you. I'm still like, fuck you. You cheated on me. I know there was a bitch in there. Like, she probably left by now because she was trying to leave when I was standing there. She was trying to leave. I didn't visibly see her, but I saw the doorknob and the door come open like she was trying to leave. And you slammed it closed and you told whoever it was to go sit down. So she was probably just upset, just as upset as I was, because he was probably portraying to her that he was not in a relationship when he really was. So she was upset. He probably told her I was some crazy ex-girlfriend, like they all do. But we were literally together. I skipped the part. Oh my God, this story's so old that I skipped the part. So, mind you, when we were in, it's still in the hallway, he was trying to convince me that nobody was in there, to the point where he tried to let me go back into the apartment. And when I tried to open the door, the nigga pushed me. He was like, nah, because you don't fucking believe me. I'm like, see, further let me know that's just somebody in there. Because as soon as I turned the doorknob, the nigga pushed me. And we were literally like, the door frame, I wish I could show y'all, but this is like the door frame, and this is me trying to get in, and he's on the side of me trying to push me out. So he's a football player. I'm I'm like, this nigga strong. But in that moment, I used every fiber of my being to get in that door because I really wanted to see what's on the opposite side of door B. I really wanted to see because I really wanted to see because I would have turned around and I would have threw him down the steps. I swear to God. Not even that, y'all. I was still we weren't living together anymore, but I still had clothing of mine in his closet. I still had like little trinkets and stuff that I was using, like my little body washes and stuff that I would keep over at his house, my lotions, my my stuff, my girly stuff. The only thing I didn't really keep over there was like, everything that I kept over there was in the closet. So it was easy to hide shit from a chick if you was a guy. And he's the type of guy that used feminine products. So he could easily tell a chick like, oh, that's my stuff. I just like to smell good. I just like to smell like a girl. Like, it's easy to lie about stuff like that. So I didn't really expect the girl to know, but coming up in part 2, you'll see the fuckery unfold. You'll see the fuckery unfold. So it was just ridiculous. So he tried to convince me with all his heart and his soul that he wasn't doing nothing. But by the time I called him, it already had been 10 to 20 minutes that had passed. So you had enough time to get her out of there, especially if she heard my voice and the way I was flipping. She left as soon as you got in that apartment. You tried to convince her that that wasn't your girl, and she wasn't having that, and she left. So that's exactly what happened. So I'm walking to the train station. I was like, you know what, fuck this, I'm going home. I don't care if he got a chicken there or not. I'm not going to be with no nigga that's going to disrespect me, that's going to cheat on me. I never had hardcore evidence to believe that he was cheating on me. Like, I had, like, little situations with him where I would find him texting other girls and stuff like that, whatever. But it was never to the point where I believed he was cheating on me physically. But I had all the proof I needed that day because my every fiber in my being told me that there was a bitch in there. Even though I never heard her voice, even though I never heard nothing, seen her, anything, I felt her presence once I was in the apartment. And once he started acting crazy like that. He was halfway dressed like he would be if he was alone with me. So I knew something was off. I knew something was crazy. He had on a wife beater and boxer shorts. Like, you was real comfortable. You was real comfortable with a bitch in there. Like, I know what y'all was doing. But I was like, all right, cool. I'm walking on the way to the train and I see his sister. So I'm like, is everybody gonna see me today? I really just want to go home. Like, I'm over this whole situation, like, for real. So his sister, we gonna name her I don't know, Vicky. So I run into Vicky and I'm like, Vicky, like, she's like, hey Lexi, what's going on? Like, she was so friendly all the time. So she see me, she was like, where you coming from? Like, why are you leaving? I didn't even know you was there. Like, I was like, I wasn't. I just got to your brother's house and there's a bitch in there. And she's like, what? There's a bitch in there? What you talking about? I'm like, I just caught your brother with a bitch in his house, in your house. Like, there's a bitch in there. Like, I know you know this. And she's like, I don't know nothing. And the crazy thing is, I believed her because she did, at the time, right before this whole situation blew up with me and him, she wasn't messing with her family, and it was basically like a separation in the house. Like, the upper floor wasn't talking to the bottom floor, and the bottom floor was her and her family, her husband and her kids, and the top floor was him and his mom. So I believed her. I'm like, listen, she like, I don't know what goes on up there because I don't fuck with them. Like, I really need you to understand this. Like, I don't want you to think that I'm trying to play you or like I knew something that was going down, because I don't. Like, she was like, if there's a chick in there, he must have snuck her in there overnight, or she must have just got there when I left to go food shopping. So she like, come with me because I'm making lasagna tonight. So she's like, come with me into the supermarket and then we'll talk and you tell me what happened. So I'm in the supermarket with her and I'm telling her what happened, and she's like, let me call him to see if he pick up again. I was like, I just spoke to him, he's a liar, he said the girl ain't there. So she's like, let me call the house and see if I ask him for something, to see if he needs something. So she gets on the phone with him and she's like, yo, what's going on? He's like, yo, she's bugging or whatever the case may be, whatever. So she was like, she right here, so is there anything you gotta say to her? So he like, yeah, give her the phone. So he like, yo, I swear to God, there was nobody here, you could come and see for yourself. Now mind you, when I was in the phone store, he never told me to come and see if there was a chick there or not. He waited until his sister was around. That bitch had ample time to leave. It had been like a half an hour. By the time I seen his sister, it had been a half an hour since I left the house. It had been a half an hour. That chick had enough time to leave. So, with his sister, we shopping for the groceries or whatever. So he's like, come back to the house with Vicky. So I'm like, I don't want to. Like, I don't. He's like, no, I really need you to see that nobody was here. He was like, I really need you to see that nobody was here. And I'm like, Franco, you're a fucking liar. At the end of the day, I don't care. So I get there and he's like, yo, there really was nobody here. Like, examining, he's pulling the sheets off the bed. Like, see, nobody was here. I'm like, just because every bitch ain't me, don't mean that the bitch wasn't here. If you get what I'm saying. I'm not trying to get too crazy with my mouth. But just because every bitch ain't me doesn't mean that a bitch wasn't here. I don't care if the bed is dry. You could have changed these sheets. You could have flipped the mattress. I'm not stupid. So he proceeds to flip the mattress. See, nobody was here. I'm like, you know what, Franco? I don't care. I'm getting ready to go home. I had a long day at work. I'm off from school today. I don't got time for this drama and this bullshit. So I left. We still commenced to be together because he was trying to convince me for the life of me that nobody was there. It took some doing. It took maybe like a week or two for me to actually start even talking to him the way I was talking to him before. And it was crazy. It was just ridiculous. I was like, yo, I'm over this situation. And that situation that happened just led me one step closer to me knowing that I didn't want to be with him anymore. But stay tuned for part 2, cause yo, the next part is gonna be crazy. It's definitely gonna be crazy. I'm gonna tell y'all how everything blew up with us. It was ridiculous. But you guys, thank you for watching again. I want you to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video for more content because it's definitely coming up. And shout out to me for not getting that new iPhone 7 Plus. You feel me? I ain't no Android girl no more. I'm down with iPhone. My front face camera don't look all foggy and crazy. I look like I'm in HD. So shout out to me. Like, nah, I'm just kidding. This is really literally my first time having iPhone. So my quality might be a little better, like I said, until I get my new laptop and camera. Yeah, so I am doing my videos from my phone. If they still look good, give me a pat on the back. Like this video. Just try to get this video to maybe, I don't got subscribers like that. So let's get these subscribers up first. And then we can work on the likes. I don't really care about the likes too much. Let's get these subscribers up. Like, I'm still sitting at 6. Like, y'all playing with my emotions. I'm funny. I'm that bitch. Like, don't play with me. Like, get it together. Or forget it forever. But I'm still going to be here, though. Y'all can forget it. I'm not going to forget it. Y'all can forget it. But anyway, help me get my subscribers up. Like, comment, and share this video. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Alright? Peace.
You take me home.